Mate, mate, this could go really bad for us.
100%.
Yeah, it's definitely going to go really bad. Invite your best friend on a podcast, they said.
It'll be fun, they said.
You won't get cancelled, they said.
You won't get arrested, they said.
Liam, great having you on the show, man.
Thank you. Thanks for
Tell us
having
a
me,
little bit about yourself. I clearly know you quite well.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, tell us about yourself, what you do.
So I am a personal trainer and an online fitness coach.
Yep.
I basically help men, women lose weight, get fitter, get stronger, and improve their way of life, really.
Sweet. I think people may be a little bit confused why we've got a PT on the show.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually a great thing for couples to sort of have rather than just going into it blind. There's a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of stress in wedding planning anyway, so I think it's nice having someone professional to sort of call upon when
Absolutely.
getting ready for wedding day.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you've got to think most people want to look their best on their day. And I think a lot of people don't necessarily... I mean, they take it into consideration, but I think it's one of the last things they kind of think of. And they're just like, oh, wait, everything's in place. Do I look okay? Is this... I mean, hair, makeup, all well and good, but...
I think everyone thinks about everything else. Like, there's so much to go, like photo, video, hair, makeup, that fitness goals could end up at the bottom of the list.
Of course, yeah.
So I definitely think having you on the show is definitely beneficial for anyone watching at the minute that wants to get into wedding shape and look the best.
Yeah.
Mate, these photos and videos are going to last a lifetime, right?
Yeah.
So.
And how many people are going to look back and go, oh, did I look like that? Oh, I wish I'd done X, Y, Z differently and blah, 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 I think.
I'd love to look back and just see what an absolute weapon I was.
Exactly. Yeah. Or you can be like, do I really stand like that? Oh.
Yeah, this is why...
You're like a quaver and you're like, oh, I don't need that.
Pre-wedding shoot isn't necessary.
Yeah, exactly.
So what is the most common fitness goals that couples have when preparing for a wedding day?
I think when you speak to people, the first thing is, it's very vague. It's, oh, I want to lose weight, or I want to just put on a bit of muscle. But it takes a little bit more than that, because at the end of the day, if I said to you, you said to me, I want to lose weight, what does that look like?
Yeah.
Your weight loss journey might look totally different to what mine might be. So it's about diving into their personality and what does that look like? If I could wave a magic wand and go, what does that look like to you? Then you start going, oh, well, I don't like how my arms look, or I don't like how my posture looks, or I want this to look better, I want that to look better. Or it could be as simply as, I want to lose a couple pounds. But that's the more specific thing you kind of want to get out of a client. And
so everyone's different, right? So
absolutely.
Like you just said, everyone's goals are different. So how do you... So do you meet with couples before to sort of go over what they want out of the course?
So it's basically just having a conversation with them, and I'm not in this to rip anyone off.
No.
There's plenty of people in the fitness space that would just go, yeah, I could do that for you. Absolutely no problem. Don't worry about that. Just pay me and we'll... And
exaggerate
then all of a sudden,
over timelines. And
exactly. There's plenty on social media that will just look to take your money and move on. I'm not like that.
No.
I would sit there, and if someone came to me and went, oh, I want to lose 10 stone in 2 weeks, it's not happening. I'm realistic, and I'll be realistic with them and say, look, your timescale isn't going to fit, but it's all about, do I work well for you? Do you work well for me? We need to be in this together, and you want to put your trust in me that I can get you the results that you want. And I will sit there and be like, right, this is our game plan. How does that look for you? And they will say, yeah, that works. And we would work together and put together a bespoke plan for that person.
Yeah.
Whether it be, I want to lose 5 kilos. Okay, we can do that. What does your life look like? What's your day-to-day life? Are we able to fit in gym sessions? Does it need to be at home sessions? Do you need to go out for a walk? Do you need to go out for a run?
Yeah.
What kind of things are we playing with here?
it's a lot more in depth to it than just rocking up
Absolutely.
at a gym and spending half an hour on a few dumbbells.
Yeah, and I'm well aware that not everyone wants to be a bodybuilder or a CrossFit athlete or do anything competitive. It might just be a wedding. It might be a holiday. It might just be, I'm getting out of breath going up and down the stairs. I need to get a little bit fitter. Or I've just had a baby. I'm really not happy with how I look.
Yeah.
It all comes down to that person's goal, and you've got to work towards that at the end of the day.
Yeah. So how important is the relationship between you and your clients?
It's one of the most important things. Again, they're paying me for a service, and that's what I pride myself on, is giving them the best possible service I can give them.
Yeah.
I think we've all seen on Instagram or whatever, people looking like they're in insane shape. And some are, but some of that is Photoshop.
Social media is a lie.
Exactly. It's terrible. And it makes people look at that and go, oh, I should look like that, or I want to look like that. Those people
Yeah.
don't even look like that most of
It's
the
those
time.
unattainable goals that people want to reach that aren't realistic.
Yeah, it's so unattainable,
Yeah.
and even the
But
TV.
I'm convinced I look like Chris Hemsworth.
You do
I absolutely do.
absolutely.
Yeah, but his younger brother, the
Yeah.
one that no one sees on telly, they call him Chris and put him in a dungeon.
You're humble.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
absolutely. Humble
We
Chris.
don't care about them people.
Humble Chris.
That's it, exactly. So yeah, it's very important because they've got to put their trust in me, and I want them to get to their goal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And there's nothing better when a client turns around and goes, "Oh, I've smashed this goal, or I've done that," because yeah, the weight loss or the muscle gain or the fitness is there, but what does that journey look like to me and to them? They might turn around and just go, "Oh, I've gone up in a dumbbell chest press from 10 kg to 12 kg. I couldn't even lift that X time ago." That's
Taking those little wins, right?
already
as
a
well.
huge win for them.
Absolutely.
And that's what strives the motivation, which is great to see.
Yeah. And how good is that for you personally that you've
it's the
gotten
best.
from?
It's the best. It's the best feeling because it's genuine happiness.
Yeah.
It's not having someone just go, "Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'll be fine." It's people going, "Oh, I'm really nervous about that," and me instilling the confidence in them for them to turn around and send me a message, call me up, send me a picture, and go, "I've smashed that," and me being absolutely buzzing because I know I can get them to that stage.
Yeah.
But sometimes they don't believe it in themselves.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing is like I think a lot of people think that they hire a PT and in 1 hour they're going to be wham. But your job is not to get them into that shape. Your job is to motivate them and teach them how to get into that shape.
Yeah.
So
effectively, I'm a teacher.
yeah, so
you know
it
what I
falls
mean?
on them.
Yeah, and
afterwards.
you'll find that so and so down the road will go, I've got PT, blah blah blah. As soon as they speak to their friend, "Oh, why hasn't he got you here yet? Oh, why are you not doing this yet?" But it's because they feel like what they've done is always going to trump someone else's.
It's a mental game, right?
Exactly.
So if people are telling you you're not there yet, but you know, like you said, that you've gone up one dumbbell already, it's a progress.
And you'll find a lot of people want to dim your shine.
Yeah.
They get jealous of your progress, whether they're close to you or whether they're not. Like, you'll find out who is really cheering for you in these.
Get rid of that bridal party.
There we go. Cut them out. You don't need them. Get rid of them.
So let's talk timeline.
Cool.
How long in advance should a couple get in touch with you, realistically, to get into wedding fit shape?
I'll give you a vague answer because that's all I can give you really.
Yeah.
As much time as you can give me.
Yeah.
Because you've got to think you've got fittings. There's no point coming to me and going, "I've done my fittings, I'm ready to get fit."
Yeah.
Well, your body's going to change then. And those fittings, you might put on muscle. You might lose fat. Then all of a sudden that suit, that dress isn't fitting the way it did before. And all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, what panic stations, what do I do now?" You don't need that added stress on your day.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to instill so much more panic and stress that you don't want, you don't need. Whereas, give me the time.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit more time. If you think to yourself, "I've already got a gym membership, I'm already in all right shape, I just need a little bit of help," I could do it in 2 months. Well, give me 4 then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because then you're getting a little bit more time and you're more likely to go, "Oh, I'm so stressed with this wedding. I just want a beer, a pizza, a burger, chocolate, whatever." Well, now we've got the time. You can have that.
Yeah.
Without feeling, "Oh, I've thrown all this away. I'm really like done in with myself."
It's not a crash diet then, really, is it?
Absolutely not. No, it as cliche as it is, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it can be, and I think again with social media, we're going to probably keep going back to that a lot. Is you're made to feel a certain way with social media, whereas it's a lifestyle. It doesn't have to be. You can have that goal of your holiday, your wedding, your whatever. Get fit for it, and if you turn around and go, "I actually really enjoyed that. I'm just going to keep my healthy lifestyle going." Cool. But you don't have to do every single thing. You might enjoy getting 10,000 steps in a day. Some people might go, "I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it at the moment when it's cold and wet and rainy and all that."
It's grim, innit?
You know, exactly. But you might enjoy healthier meals. You might enjoy the process. But I'm pretty sure we all like a bit of chocolate, a beer, a pizza from time to time. And you can still have that and get fit. I think people.
We're not going to tell
that.
people we're going to have a beer after this. So.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't drink.
No carb beer.
I don't drink milk.
In the morning.
That's it.
Anymore. So it's interesting you say about like the dress fittings and stuff because we actually had a bridal dress fitter on the other day.
Yeah.
And they said about them last minute changes that people go
Adjustments,
through. And there was a good time limit between, but there's still a long gap between when she recommended to the wedding day. So a lot can change.
Absolutely.
In that short amount of time.
And people lose weight and gain muscle and get fit and their body changes in so many different ways. if me and you went to the gym together and we just smashed out a workout for 3 months, let's say, your body would change at a different rate than mine would.
Be the most wham videographer out there. Gains.
I mean,
Test
the
me.
full package.
Test me.
The full package. But that's it. And I think people, if they've gone to the gym or if they haven't, they feel they know their body. Which is fine. Absolutely fine. But give yourself that time. You don't, like, at the end of the day, if you're going on holiday, you save for the right amount of time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're saving, you're going, right, this is when my holiday is, I need to save for this amount of time. Your fitness goal for your big day should be the exact same. Right, I want to be fit by this time. How long do I need? Okay, I feel like I need this time. Well, give me a little bit more time then. Because that more time will allow you to fall off the wagon. Come to me and say, oh, I've fallen off today, I've had a mare, I've had a horrible day, my boss has been on my back, or I've just had a shitter. Okay, fine. What do you need tonight then? I just want a glass of wine and some chips.
Yeah.
Enjoy that then. Enjoy that and we'll back at it tomorrow. Because the rest of the day, their calories might have been great. They might have gone for a walk. They might have already gone to the gym. But all of a sudden, they've got home and gone, do you know what? I'm craving it. I want it. I don't want people to go, oh, I can't have that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't have that. It's going to mess up all my work. No. That's
And
why we put
there
that
are a lot
time
of
scale.
people that do that and it goes wrong for them.
Yeah, I mean, diet starts Monday. How many people say that?
Every week.
Every week.
Yeah.
Or as we come into this time of the year, I'm going to get fit. I'm going to get fit January.
Yeah.
January,
New
get
Year.
fit. Why not start now? You can still enjoy Christmas. You can still have a beer. You can still have your big old Christmas dinner. You can still have your sweets.
You've got to
chocolates.
enjoy the process as well, right?
Of course,
Because
yeah.
otherwise you're just going to not enjoy it. And then after 3 months, you're just going to give up and just go, oh, I'm going to have a pizza.
Yeah.
And then it's all downhill.
And that's something I feel like a lot of people forget. Fitness is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
It's why your kids go and play sports. It's why you used to go out and play with your friends. Because it was fun.
Yeah.
You were burning off everything. Were we having healthy meals as a kid?
Absolutely not.
Microwave meals galore, wasn't it?
I'm still not having healthy meals.
Well, there you go, do you know what I mean? But when we were kids, we were burning all that crap off.
Yeah.
So, but it's because we were out having fun.
Yeah.
Then make it fun. I don't put any of my clients on silly low calories and go, right, get on that treadmill and be on it for an hour. No. Why would I?
Yeah.
They're going to turn around to me and go, I'm not fun, or they're going to go, I don't enjoy this and I'm out.
Yeah. I think that's good for people to know that it isn't just you're going to rock up with a really strict diet plan, a strict workout plan, and if you don't stick to it, you're gone. Because what's the point in that?
Exactly. Hit the nail on the head. What is
It's
the
the
point?
whole point of a wedding process, right?
Yeah.
You're meant to enjoy the whole process.
Yeah.
And that's my point I try and get across to people is stressful as it is, or like some days you might not want to come home and do it, just enjoy the process because it's only going to be a short amount of time of that planning and then you've got the rest of your life after that to enjoy.
And the best thing about getting in shape for a wedding is you're not alone.
Yeah.
Your bridal party, the best man will be there.
Yeah.
All these people are probably going, I could do it getting a little bit fit. I want to look good as well. Like it is about the couple. Of course it is. But I guarantee there's a bridesmaid that's going, I want to look good for that.
Yeah.
I know photos are going to be taken. I know videos are going to be taken. They're going to want to look good. You're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not those people. Go to the gym with those people. Enjoy
Yeah.
it. Make it fun because
I think it'd be quite fun for bride and groom as well. It's another little
Definitely.
activity that they can do together.
Brings
And
the
it
place
is,
up.
again, it's part of the wedding process. If you're both planning to get wedding fit and look your best, it's another bonding experience that will just solidify that wedding day.
And how many times has a couple been driving home from somewhere, should we get McDonald's?
Absolutely.
Where one of them might go, I fancy McDonald's. The other one might go, come on. No, we're doing well. Let's stick to this. Accountability for each other.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you don't have that McDonald's. You go home, you cook, or you have a healthy meal, and then all of a sudden the weekend rolls through.
Yeah.
Now we can have our McDonald's because we've had a really good week. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if you want that McDonald's, you can have it. But it's all about making those smarter choices and holding each other accountable. Fitness when you're on your own is tougher. Like I train on my own personally, and there are days where I'm like, I don't fancy this today. I'll look at my own plan and go,
We need to kick up the arse every so often.
and I look at myself and think to myself, I know I've done this for a reason. I know what I want. I've got to get my arse in gear and push through it. But I've trained with you in the past. I've trained with several people, and having that person there makes training so much more fun.
Yeah, and I think that's a good adage to take into the whole wedding planning process because you see it a lot where like the bride's doing a lot more than the groom, or very rarely the other way around.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But there's a lot that goes into it, and a lot. If it's just one person doing it, there's a lot more stress. So if you take that burden off of someone else, it's a problem shared is a problem halved.
Yeah, that's it.
So I think that it's a good sort of mantra to take into the whole wedding process. So.
Yeah, and being a coach for people isn't just here's your calories, here's your training plan, off you go.
Yeah.
I check in with my clients. How's it going? How you getting on? How was training? Did you train the best? Did you train the worst? How's your nutrition coming along? Are you drinking enough water? All these little things isn't me going, oh, why haven't you done it? Get on it. But it's me going, right, how comes? What's going on? Talk to me. It's about being a personal trainer.
Yeah.
Personal comes first. You have to be approachable.
Yeah.
Being able to talk to people. Understand that people don't have 3-4 hours to go to the gym. Some do. Of course they do. But some are like, I need to get in and get out. Get home to the kids. Get them fed, bathed, whatever.
Yeah.
Spend time with them. So sometimes they're going to go, I didn't hit my nutrition today. I didn't hit my calorie. Whatever it might be. Okay. Find out why. And we move forward to the next day. And we go, okay, that's yesterday. Now we move forward today.
Nice. So we sort of covered it a lot anyway, but what can couples expect when they come to you for their fitness goals?
I'd probably say a bloody good service, if I'm honest. I'd say, I'm not, be humble, but no, I'm proud of the service I provide at the end of the day.
I mean, that's why we got you on the show, right?
Thank you. So that's how I look at it, because I've been in the fitness space for a while now, and you kind of see who just wants to take some money and who actually cares about their clients.
Yeah.
And you'll find that...
I've seen it a lot more now. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if you can tell, I'm not hugely into fitness, but it still comes on like all these gurus that are just ripping people off.
You'll find you're going to see more and more coach gurus now. People who want to coach the coaches.
Yeah.
You find so many people that are now
It's just the people that couldn't pass the test, right?
There you go.
So there's no test to coach gurus.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just people who will put guru or coach in their Instagram bio and go, DM me to help. Like,
I mean, we've seen it. We know people that are doing it.
We do. I feel like we're thinking about the same person.
But it's just people who have like paid for a Canva membership, and it's just all lies and
of course it is.
comparing Coke to Diet Coke, and it's not
just
real
because
advice.
Someone's in good shape doesn't mean they know what they're doing.
No.
Genetics is a big thing, and just because someone has a six-pack doesn't mean they know how to be fit, doesn't mean they know how to coach you, doesn't mean they're going to give you the right plan. I mean, I've seen people, other personal trainers, and I've seen their clients in the gym doing exercises that baffle me, absolutely baffle me. And some of them aren't even safe. Right. And I think, why on earth is that person paying that trainer for that kind of a service? And it's worrying. Yeah. Because I look at friends, family, and think, if my friends or family took that person on as a coach and they were getting them to do it, I'd be angry. Yeah. Because they don't care. They don't care. And it also comes down to the TV reality shows. If it doesn't work out on there, they slap, I'm a personal trainer in their bio, and all of a sudden, because they've been on TV and they're in good shape, people flock to them, especially the younger generation. Yeah. Flock to them and pay them a bit of money, and then all of a sudden... Again,
it is a lot of people that... I don't know whether you legally need a certificate to be able to do what you're doing.
So... You do. So you have to have your level 2 and level 3 fitness instructor and personal training. You have to have that to coach someone legally. The unfortunate thing is there's no way to kind of
police that.
Yeah. So if I didn't have my qualifications and I coached you and
Which I know you do.
I do. I can prove it. Don't worry.
I was there.
You were there. You were my client.
I was there the day you passed.
You were my client on my day. You were. Yes, you did.
Proud to be a part of it.
I had my client, who was my guinea pig, dropped out a few days before I had to lean on you, and smashed it. But let's say I didn't have those and I was coaching you and something went tits up, you could go to whoever you wanted. Yeah. They would not bat an eyelid. And which sucks, because there's probably loads of people out there that are getting ripped off and poor service, but I think it's more a case of the PTs that are in a gym. Yeah. They can turn around, and if something goes wrong, they can go, right, they are qualified, by the way. But you also have to pay an insurance. So you have to have an insurance policy in place that if anything goes wrong with a client, let's say...
Which, I mean, it could
of course
easily,
it could. You could be asking someone to do a squat and their knees buckle.
Or if they haven't gone through the correct procedure at the beginning.
Exactly, their induction, and...
It's good advice. It's good advice to couples that even if they're not booking you or they've already got a PT, to check whether they are qualified.
Oh, please, yes. If you're going to take anyone on, make sure they've got their qualifications. Their level 2 and their level 3 are the minimum you want. There's plenty out there. You can get strength and conditioning qualifications. Another thing I would say is if someone gives you a meal plan, make sure they are a qualified nutritionist. It is against the law to give anyone a meal plan if they are not a certified nutritionist.
Yeah.
That can actually get you in a lot of trouble. You can actually sue them.
Well, there's a lot more to nutrition now.
Oh.
With everything like gluten and dairy intolerances and stuff like that. So I obviously know that have you done your nutrition?
No,
now?
I haven't done my nutritionist yet. So what I can do is I can't give my clients a meal plan, which I don't actually like to do. Reason being is because everybody likes different foods.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give my clients a chicken, rice, broccoli diet if they go, I don't really like chicken, rice and broccoli.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I would do is I know a high protein diet is actually really good for fat loss. So I would say, I want you to hit 2,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
X amount is going to be protein, X amount is going to be carb, X amount is going to be fat.
And you're allowed to do that.
And I'm allowed to do that because
but you're not allowed to tell people what to
exactly
to eat.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because I could turn around and go, right, I want you to eat X, Y, or Z, and I didn't know they had a nut allergy.
Yeah.
Because they might have felt nervous in telling me, or they might have just not realised.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And all of a sudden I'm telling them to eat peanut butter.
You might offer a different bit of food that they don't know has got.
Exactly. But as my role as a PT or a nutritionist or whatever, and they're eating it and they have a bad reaction, end up in hospital.
Yeah.
Falls on my head.
I mean, people would be paying you to be a personal trainer anyway. Any sort of advice like that, like the protein and stuff, is just an added bonus, I guess.
Yes, most definitely. And I would be able to say, protein, carb, fat, here you go, hit that however you want.
Yeah.
Right? As long as you hit that, if we're looking to lose weight, your calories are 2,000 per day, for example. Protein is X, blah, 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 blah. If we do our check-ins and all of a sudden you're putting on weight, okay, I know that calories too high.
Yeah.
We need to lower it. We're going to then drop it down to 1,900. And we go from there. We just adjust as we go along. I don't want to turn around and go, right, 2,000 calories, you haven't lost weight, 1,500.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing. And I've seen it happen to people.
It's a big drop as well.
Of course it is. And I don't think
And if you're not used to it, the depletion, man, is just it's awful.
It's horrible. And if you think all you've got to do is track your calories, give it a go. 1 day, 2 days, just track everything you eat. You haven't got to eat healthily, just track it. Watch how quickly those calories fly up. And I'm talking, people don't track the sugars in their teas, the butter on their toast. That's whacking them up really quickly. And all of a sudden, you look at your calories and you go, I've still got to do a full day.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, people overeat on breakfast a lot, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's one or the other. They either overeat or they don't have enough.
Yeah. So with that being said, you hear a lot of ratios of how important one is to the other. What do you think? How important is nutrition in a diet and a fitness plan?
It's one of the most important things. It depends on the shape you want to get at the end of the day. Like, leading up to a wedding, you're going to be stressed. You're going to want to indulge in your favourite things as comfort.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whatever your vice may be, you're going to want it at some point. So think about it, but use it as a treat. Don't use it as a stress thing. So I think nutrition is one of the most important things. I think you hear it a lot. It's 80% and the rest is exercise.
Physical.
Yeah, it can be. I think the quicker you get your nutrition in place, the rest just falls naturally.
Yeah.
The training bit's the fun bit. But there are people that love cooking, love baking, love all these things. The nutrition's the easy bit.
Yeah.
Get into the gym's the hard part.
I think it's the habit, right?
Yeah.
I think the habit is the worst part. Because remember, I started eating, doing quite well.
You did.
A few years ago.
You did, yeah.
And I actually did start enjoying the cooking process and the prep side of things. But yeah, unfortunately, that just sort of fell off.
Right. I mean, you get to go to these weddings, mate. So you get all the nice, the cakes.
That's my fitness.
Yeah, exactly.
I deserve that cake by the end of a wedding.
Yeah, there you go.
So what tips can you give to couples that are getting stressed throughout the wedding process and do want to sort of go to the snack cupboard?
Think deep down, do you need it, firstly? One, is it boredom? Are you indoors at night watching your favourite TV shows? Oh, some chocolate would be nice. Think about, is that chocolate going to be worth the extra calories for a start? But also lean on each other. You have each other there for a reason.
Yeah.
So think to yourself, should we get a pack of biscuits out? If you think to yourself, do we really need that? Say it. No, let's chill on that tonight. Let's have it another night. Let's save it. Because usually if you say, no, we'll save it for another night, you forget it's in there. And you don't even touch it. And then weeks go by, oh, we've got those cookies in the fridge.
It's hard to portion as well. Like when you get the bag of sweets or the cookies or whatever. I mean, I know it says on the back, advise only 2 per. I'm never having 2 Marylands. That packet's going.
The only thing I can say to try and do that is being in control of your portions. Use a bowl.
Yeah.
Put them in a bowl, and then put them away.
Yeah.
You're less likely to get up and refill it, or go and get the packet out.
Especially on leg day.
Exactly on leg day. Yeah, nobody getting up for that. Do you know what I mean? Well, just ask your missus, get them out of the cupboard.
Yeah.
But put them in a bowl because, as I say, you're less likely to get up. Once they're done, they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also track them.
Yeah.
Don't hide things from the tracker because I ask my clients to track everything they eat and everything so we can see it. They tend to go, oh, I put on X, I put on 0.2 of a pound. Okay, well, I've looked for your calories. You've been under every day. We should be oh, well, there was a couple of cookies. Right.
So people are lying to themselves.
Lying to themselves. There's no need to. Like, if you've had your cookies,
yeah,
enjoy it. Like, but
do you think people are thinking at the minute that you're going to be disappointed in them for what they've eaten or for not putting it on? Because I would be more annoyed at myself for not putting that chocolate bar on my Fitness Pal.
I think it's a mixture of everything you've just said, really. I think there's plenty of clients that go, oh, he's going to have a moan at me. He's going to moan at me. I'm not going to moan at anyone. I'm going to say, did you need it that day? But they're going to think, oh, I'm so disappointed. Because we've all done it. We've all had a McDonald's or whatever we've had and gone, it was all right. But did I really need that? Yeah. It's nice when you're having it, of course it is, but afterwards you feel a little bit lethargic.
It's that indulgence.
Exactly. Yeah. But we all do it. But you'll find that people do leave off some of the stuff off their MyFitnessPal to go, oh, I hit my calories. Okay, fine. But did you know? Are you missing stuff out?
Yeah.
Because
I'll be honest, when I first started doing it, I did, because you weren't even following me at that point, and I was lying to myself, thinking that would potentially make a difference. It doesn't, because I'm still eating it.
Of course you are. Yeah, exactly. I've hit my calories. I've got my calories. But you know deep down you haven't.
It is a disappointment in yourself as well, especially if you're just starting out.
You're cheating yourself,
obviously,
really.
when the process goes a bit more, and you start seeing the results. I think that's the biggest part, when you start seeing the results.
Yes.
Because you can feel great after a week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But once you start physically seeing them results, it's, all right, well, now I'm going to, if I have a chocolate bar, it's going on.
Yeah. And you'll find as well that people will go, oh, I've been under my calories all week. Oh, but I've put on 0.2 of a pound. I've been really strict. I've really tried hard this week. You probably have. But why haven't you tracked everything on there to prove that? Oh, because you've had a chocolate bar, you had a Mars bar, you had some crisps, you had a couple extra coffees with some sugar, you had some toast with some butter on. Why hasn't that all been tracked? Oh, I didn't have time.
Well, I think as well, like if you do have a couple of chocolate bars throughout the week and you do lose a pound or two, like you it's proof there that you don't have to be 100% strict with yourself.
No, you don't have to.
Hit your weekly goals.
Not that I would advise it. You can have a McDonald's and still lose weight. Yeah. Every day. But you have to be smarter with the calories. I wouldn't suggest it, of course I wouldn't. But it's when people think, oh, I can't have some Pringles, I can't have a chocolate bar because I'm really trying to lose weight. You can still do that. Yeah. It's like me saying, well, you want to lose weight, why are you not running 10 miles a day? Because it's silly. Yeah. So I'm not going to be silly and go, you can't have chocolate, you can't have crisps, you can't have alcohol, you can't have nothing. You eat plain chicken from now on because I told you to. It's silly. Yeah. So why would people do it? Yeah. So you can have it. It's just about being smart and working it out. And some people don't know where to start with their calories, which is fine. It's a minefield. You can go onto Google. Sorry, the dog's interrupting the podcast. Just find me boring, really, isn't it? You can go onto Google and type in calorie calculator, and you will find thousands. And I can guarantee the first 5 you do, they will be different. Yeah. So it's about going, well, how do I know what's right? Well, it's more or less, when you start, it's trial and error. Yeah. It really is trial and error because nobody knows your body. Even you don't know it unless you start doing it. Yeah, unless you started as a youngster and you sort of know where you're going to get. And... That's it. I mean, I've fluctuated up and down. I've bulked, I've cut, I've played football. I've done it for so many years now. I kind of know what calories I need to bulk, what calories I need to cut, and what calories I need to just get fit. Yeah. I can do it, a lot of it, by eyeballing it now. I've done it for so long. Whereas someone can come to me and go, I don't know where I am. Cool. That's fine. We start here. And it's a new hobby you've got to learn, right? Pardon? It's a new hobby you've got to learn. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like you said before, people want instant results. Yes. And that is something I will instill from the get-go is you are not going to be ripped, strong, the world's fittest person in a week. It's like that scene from My Wife and Kids, isn't it? Which one? Terry Crews. You're on training.
Indeed.
I wish I could do that. I can't do that.
So how do you tailor a fitness program to suit brides, grooms, bridal party specifically?
Yeah, so it's like what we said. Pardon me. It's like what we said at the beginning. Is when I speak to my clients, what I do is I have maybe a one-to-one conversation over the phone or FaceTime or whatever it may be, and usually it's this typical, I want to lose weight, or I want to build some muscle, or I just want to lose a little bit of weight around the middle, whatever it may be. I tailor it based on deep diving into their personality. Like we said earlier, it's about every one of my plans will be different to their goals. So a bride might say, I want to lose 2 kg. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't pick where you lose the weight. So we all want to go, oh, I want to be ripped, I want to be great, looking amazing. Like, yeah, we all want that. But I could say to you, you're going to lose 1 kg, but you're only going to lose it on your back.
Yeah.
You're not going to see that. It will look great.
You can take it.
You can take it.
Yeah.
But if you had the opportunity to go, where do you want to lose it?
Yeah.
You're probably going to go somewhere I can see. Right. So it's all about understanding what they want, and I would tailor the plan to go, right, what is it you're looking for? I want to lose weight. Okay, cool. You can't pick where you lose it. So I would say, here we go. This is the plan. This will get you where you want to do.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent with this, because men typically hold their weight around their stomach. Women usually legs, bum, places like that. Sometimes that's the first place that goes.
Yeah.
But some people lose the weight in their face first. It all depends, and you have to stay consistent. And the good thing is, we're in a bit of a society where men want to get bigger, women want to get smaller.
Yeah.
Usually, and that's kind of the easier part. So tailoring their plans is, I don't want to say it's easy, but it is, because I've done it for so long now. I can go, right, you want to lose weight. Well, I know how to get you into losing weight. But do you just want to lose weight? Oh, well, actually, I want my arms to look a little bit better.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Now I need to incorporate some arms into this plan. What else? Oh, well, now you mention it, I'd really like this and I'd really like that. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now I can start building a plan. But the first time I asked was, I just want to lose some weight.
So do you need, when people inquire with you initially, do you need them to come in and be like, I want this done, I want to do this, I want to do that? Or is it a process of finding this out as you go along?
It depends on the person. I think if someone came to me and gave me 100% information, I'd be able to run with it. And I would go, this is heaven.
Yeah.
I can create everything. Happy days. But some people aren't as confident. Like we said about the tracking earlier, a lot of clients will go, I'm a little bit ashamed. I've had clients that go, I've never been in a gym. I couldn't run a bath, let alone run on a treadmill. Like, what do I do? And then when I start talking to them, okay, how do you do this? What about this? What about that? They're very reluctant to give me some information because they feel ashamed or they're embarrassed.
Yeah.
And as hard as it is, I have to kind of dig deeper, and I kind of have to kind of squeeze it out of them a bit and say, come on, you come to me, like, I want to help, but I can't help you unless you're very transparent with me.
Yeah.
And the more information I get, the better. If someone could literally go, I can't even tie my shoes. Okay, I already know, in my knowledge, is what I would probably start doing to get that changed. And okay, I just don't want to put my socks on and make a noise. Okay, right, okay, I know what we're doing.
It's a tough morning when you get out of bed and go,
well, I'm the one that wakes up and goes, not again. But yeah, it's just about, if clients can give me as much information as physically possible, the information that clients think isn't needed is probably what I need. Yeah. All the stuff they go, oh, you won't really want to know that, is probably the most beneficial information. Yeah. But
again, like you said, if people aren't used to the fitness thing and they're generic, they just want to come in and go, I want to lose weight, they may not know until they're halfway through the process.
Exactly, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
that's where my questions come in.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be embarrassed to ask if you're a few weeks in, if it's attainable.
And it's the old saying as well, there's no such thing as a silly question to me. I would rather someone ask me a question 100 times and they know the answer, rather than not ask me at all and worry or get something wrong. Or because unless I'm told, I'm not a mind reader, and I will carry on like things are rosy. Yeah. And then all of a sudden someone will go, oh, well, he didn't help me here. Well, I didn't know. Yeah. Like, you've got to talk to me. And as I said earlier, personal training. I'm personal. I'm here for you. Lean on me. Ask me. Use me as the knowledge. And Social media, Google are great tools, of course they are.
Yeah.
But they're very contradictory. I mean,
Absolutely.
how many? We've all got TikTok, I think, at this point. How many times have you seen one video that gluten's really bad for you? Next video, gluten's great for you.
Yeah.
Well, which one is it? It's confusing. But gluten could be great for people. Gluten can be bad for people.
Yeah.
But you need to find out what's good for you.
Yeah.
And
well, everyone's different, right? Like,
exactly.
Like we said.
And a lot of it's trial and error. You'll look at those people that are in fantastic shape. They didn't just turn up like that.
No.
They had years of trial and error. I think at the moment,
But there, again, like you say, there is so many people in your industry that are like, oh, I look like this after a year. It's like steroids are coming to play a lot there.
I mean, Hyrox is at the moment is really big in the fitness space. It was Hyrox training.
What's Hyrox training?
So Hyrox training is like basically a competition. It's similar to CrossFit.
Oh, I think I know what you mean.
Yeah. So it's similar to CrossFit. It's become a bit of a thing
Like
at the
a
moment.
cult following.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people out there that really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's another goal. It's similar to CrossFit. There's certain exercises or routines or whatever, and you get timed, and it's about being a time, and it looks good. Like, it's all great. Personally, isn't for me. I mean, I love football, as you know.
Yeah.
I only want to do running if I'm playing football. I can't stand
If you're
it.
chasing something.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Chasing balls. That also sounds
Pause.
bad.
Go for a minute.
We'll just move on. Move on.
Yeah. Cut. Don't out me like that.
Look, me pretending I've got people behind the... I don't have anyone there.
Producer. Yeah, sweet. Nice.
She's gone to bed. She's only 4.
4. That sounds dodgy.
That's my daughter, I'm sorry.
But yeah, you touched on it, steroids. I was saying this to someone the other day, that steroids is frowned upon in a certain aspect, but it's not frowned upon within the fitness space anymore.
Yeah.
So steroids, you think, injecting yourself, what the hell, like, don't do that, blah, 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 blah. But it can be done safely. Yes, it has side effects, like everything has side effects. And I know people who are on steroids who live a very healthy lifestyle. It's not good for them, of course it's not. And they take 101 supplements to counteract the issues that steroids will cause them. They're huge, but they're bodybuilders. If you're the average Joe looking to get fit for a wedding, please don't take steroids.
Yeah, don't cheat your way.
Please don't do that, because it's just silliness.
Yeah.
If you're looking to step on stage and become a bodybuilder and compete, don't come to me. Please don't, because I've never taken a steroid in my life. Do you know what I mean? But I know people who have, and I know people who compete, and they do what they got to do. But at the end of the day, the average Joe doesn't need it.
No.
It is what it is. And there are, I'd say lads mostly, who are 17, 18, 19, 20, who are now on TikTok and Instagram, looking at coaches who are bodybuilders, thinking, I want to look like that.
Yeah.
How do they look like that? And a lot of coaches these days as well are very open on what cycle they're on. They say what cycle they're on. That teenager or young lad jumps on that cycle without doing any blood work, any doctor, anything. And it's so harmful to them.
Yeah.
And it's worrying, unfortunately. It doesn't matter how much that coach will sit on Instagram and say, go to your doctor, get your blood work done, make sure you're taking these supplements to counteract it. That person will go, steroids is why I want to look like that.
Yeah.
And it's
not worth it. Just getting wedding ready.
No. And obviously steroids is a little bit off topic, because I can't imagine why anyone would be like, I need to be on steroids to get ready for my wedding.
Yeah.
But once you get into the fitness space and getting fit and becoming a gym person or becoming fit, you can have people come up to you and say, oh, you're in great shape, or you look like you take something. And you're like, no. And someone might go, do you want to? Don't. It's just not worth it. It just really isn't.
It's an easy way out.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, people who take steroids train hard. You look at the bodybuilders of the world, they didn't just take a steroid and look like that muscular. They have to train hard. Yeah, it's not like blowing up a balloon. You just take it and all of a sudden there's a bicep.
That would be easier.
I mean, we'd all be, but if we could, we'd all be walking around like that, wouldn't we? We'd all be walking around looking like a Greek god.
Yeah. Couldn't lift yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you'd be so big you can't wipe your own arse. But, and you would
That's why you get a buddy. We're not that close yet. Well,
there was that one time.
So you mentioned consistency earlier on. How important is consistency when it comes to training and nutrition?
Consistency is everything.
Yeah.
Not just in the fitness space, in everything. The practice makes perfect. You've heard it a million times. Everything you do, you have to be consistent at. I don't know, you go to work, when you get a job, you're probably not very good at it when you started. What were you?
I'm not
Consistent?
now, to be honest.
You're the one, let's give over, you're one of the best. Don't do that, he's humble.
Fishing.
Humble, yeah. But yeah, you've got to be consistent at the end of the day, and the more and I would tell all my clients this: the more consistent you are, the easier it actually becomes.
Yeah.
So when the training's hard, when you don't want to cook your meals, when you are worrying about tracking your calories, they're the times when you do it, it makes it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Because weeks down the line, you're just doing it, and it's just natural, and you don't think about it. But the days you don't want to do it and you don't do it, it's what causes the issues.
Yeah.
And it's when you fall off and you feel guilty and you feel down and you don't want to do it's when it causes the problems.
Yeah.
So I would say consistency is just as important as discipline. Because motivation will come and go.
Yeah.
You get your new plan, you get your new calories, you got PT, oh, I'm really buzzing for this, I'm going to look amazing. Month down the line, 3 months down the line, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
It's cold, it's raining, it's horrible, you've just had a long day, do I want to go to the gym? No.
I think that again, like I said earlier, that next boost of motivation comes when you start seeing the results.
Definitely.
And that's when I think you sort of push through that barrier of like motivation comes a lot easier.
Yeah. And with a wedding, you've got your partner there to
Well,
go.
you've got your end goal
Yeah, exactly.
as well. You've got,
Exactly.
You're working towards that day.
That's it.
And then if it turns into a lifestyle after that,
Happy days.
perfect.
Exactly. And
If
I
it
think that's what's
doesn't-
good about a holiday or a wedding is you're not on your own. You've
Yeah.
got someone there to lean on, and you can be like, right, we're going to do this, and we're going to absolutely hold each other accountable. Yeah, well, you could have a little meal here or there, or you might even have your anniversary in the middle. Well, you're not going to be eating great or not going out for a nice drink or whatever. You're going to want to enjoy yourself. But when you come to me, I will give you that time that you can do that and you can enjoy it. You haven't got to go, oh, we shouldn't have that because we're not on our calories. No, enjoy it. It's life.
Yeah.
It's got to be fun. You've got to enjoy it, and you can have fun, enjoy it, and see results.
People do the pre-wedding mini moons or
Of course they do.
weekends away and stuff. So it's good to be consistent and disciplined with yourself, but enjoy the little moments in life as well.
Yeah, and where would we be without the little moments? You know what I mean? Like, it's what makes things worthwhile.
Yeah, exactly. So with obviously wedding planning, it can be very stressful. Is there anything that couples can do to sort of reduce stress? And I've got another question as well. Is there anything that people can do to improve their posture for their photos?
Okay. So like managing stress and stuff like that. Stress looks different to everybody.
Yeah.
What stresses you out might not stress me out, and what stresses me out might not stress you out. I would say the first thing is pretty self-explanatory. Is talk to the person you're with.
Yeah.
We probably take out all of our stresses on the closest people to us. That's what makes it great that you have someone. But the greatest thing about training is your endorphins are released once you train. Once you do a hard workout, you don't feel anywhere near as stressed. You don't feel anywhere near as unhappy or pissed off or whatever. It makes you feel great. Do you want to get up and go outside when it's raining and cold? No. But most of us do it because I know I'm going to feel after that.
Yeah.
So do that. But sometimes when it's coming up to getting fit for a wedding, enjoy the chaos. I mean, most of us only want to do that once.
Yes. Well, it's an expensive mistake if it goes wrong.
Right, there we go then. So enjoy it. Don't let things get too much for you.
Yeah.
Because the minute you do, it runs right in your head. Mm-hmm. Enjoy that chaos and be present in the time.
Yeah.
Make sure you're just there with each other, whether it be walking on the treadmill together, going to the gym, cooking your meals. Do it together. Don't just let one person do it and just go, right, we're going to the gym now.
Yeah.
And leave each other. Check in on each other in the gym. Go up to each other. How you getting on? Oh, we might have different plans, but how are you getting on with that? How'd you find that? Check with each other. You might not know anything about it.
Yeah.
But sharing those moments with each other will make you feel less stressed because you're opening up to each other. Posture, you said, yeah?
Yeah. And the only reason I ask that is because not everyone, but every so often it's usually the groom, to be honest, because and it may just be a height difference, but sometimes there's a bit of slouching, and
Absolutely.
you've got to sort of prompt them to stand up a bit.
Be proud, yeah.
Yeah, but it may sort of ache a bit, obviously, if you're
Of course.
not.
If you're
So
not used to it.
is there anything that people can do to sort of improve posture?
Are you asking me to give away free secrets of like training? Oh.
Well, this is how to tempt people
You've got to
into
pay for this information, you know that?
Well-
No, I'm joking. So, yeah, you'll find people's posture sucks due to driving a lot, sitting at a desk, texting. We're all like that. And shoulders are forward.
Yeah.
I've had terrible posture in the past. It's still not great now, but it's something I've worked a lot at. And it's all down to your upper back being really tight and not strong enough to hold that posture back. You want to train your upper back, but also stretch your chest. Your chest is tight and it's what pulls everything forward, and the constant sitting incorrectly and stuff like that. So, terms of helping that, I would say, like you just did, be proud. Have that proud chest. If you sit at a desk all day, have a note in your desk. Sit up straight. I'm not doing it. I'm a terrible example, isn't it?
But and this is why I haven't paid you for this.
Well, there you go then. But if you're sitting like this at your desk, not only are you going to have worse injuries because you're going to be weak in other areas, but if you have a little note at your desk that every time you glance down, just pull your chest up. But also, I look at it as something called 2 up, 1 back and down. Up, back, down. That already fixes your posture in a great position.
Yeah.
All right, that isn't very comfortable for me right now, and it won't be, and I will eventually move back. But the more you train your brain, the more you'll do.
Yeah.
And you can do a lot of stretches as well. For example, when people have weak and tight chests, stand in a doorway, look at a doorway stretch, just put your arm at a 90-degree angle and push your chest through the door. It will stretch all through here. And it feels really good as well, because a lot of us don't do anywhere near enough stretching for our chests, or anywhere for that matter, really, a lot of the time. So it's more about training your upper back. A lot of face pulls on cables. You can do a dumbbell chest supported row, rear delt flies, a rear pec deck. Most gyms have all this
We
equipment.
won't give any more. People can pay for the rest.
All right, cool.
We've given enough.
All right, sweet. Yeah. So but it's more about being aware of it. Like we can all sit here and say, "Oh, my posture's awful."
Well, I'm guilty of like editing. You sort of down like that, and every so often you go, "Oh, that hurt," because it aches.
Of course it does, because
Arching.
we've our bodies have just gone that way.
Yeah.
Another trick I'll probably give to you as well, and whoever sits at a desk, is don't have your chair back. Have it upright. Have it so you are sitting up, because you're less likely to do that. You might, but then you're going to remember, and have that back support nice and up. Because a lot of the time, you're going to go, "Oh, that's really uncomfortable." But every so often, you are going to readjust and go, "I need to do that." And before you know it, you're going to be sitting like this.
Yeah.
Because you're just retraining your brain that, it's going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to be nice for a while. But if you've got a wedding coming up and I want to be standing tall and proud and really enjoy my day, do it early.
Yeah.
Do all that early. Do the exercises, do the stretches. Sit. If you're at work, make sure you've got a little note there to remind you of your posture. It'll come good.
Yeah. I mean, the whole point, like I say, the whole point of this is to help people feel their best on their wedding day.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you're at your goal yet or not, but as long as you feel like the work's been put in, you're feeling better than you've ever felt, then you can carry that on or not. But if you're standing tall and you look great in photos, then there's going to be no regrets for that.
Like you said earlier as well, like these photos and videos are going to be there for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you will always have great memories. You will always look back and go, "What a day! That was like the loveliest day, wasn't it?" But deep down, you might go, "I wish I looked better. I wish I did this differently." Oh, yeah, we looked great, but I don't like how I looked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're right. Put the things in place to sort of adjust things now, so you can look back and go, "Smash that! I look really good there. I'm really proud of the work I put in."
Yeah.
Because that day's about you and the partner, but you want to look back and go, "I'm really proud of the work I put in leading up to that. I worked really hard. I was bang on with my training. I was bang on with my nutrition." Go on your honeymoon. Let loose. Go crazy. Enjoy yourself. You earned it. But yeah, do those things in time and you'll be proud of yourself.
Love that. So a lot of people may sort of leave the fitness side of things a bit too late and then resort to like crash diets or extreme dieting. What advice would you give to couples to not do that?
Don't do it. Yeah,
Just
stay away. There's a reason why it's called crash extreme, because it makes you have a sense of, "Oh my God, I've left it too late. I need to do this."
Yeah.
It's a ploy basically to make you hook on to, "Oh, that will get me my results really quickly."
Yeah.
Every fitness, every training plan needs time, consistency, and patience.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as an easy diet or an easy win or an easy things like that will get you in shape like that.
Which again is a terrible sort of ploy from TikTok and social media that you can take this pill and next week you're going to be great.
I mean, I don't know if you remember, but back in the day there was like the YouTube of like 6-minute abs or something. I did it. I was like, I want abs in 6 minutes a day. Of course,
But you need to do it every day,
But you need to do it every day, and you need to get your diet on point, and you need to do other exercises.
But again, I think that's the marketing side of that.
Yeah, it's clickbait.
At the end of 6 minutes, you're going to have abs, but it doesn't say 6 minutes abs 5 times a day.
Yeah,
every day for the rest of your life.
And yeah, for the rest of your life.
And you may get a couple.
and you might get an ab.
Ab.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, so extreme dieting, crash dieting, whatever you want to call it. Don't do it. Just stay away from it. If anything, be proud of yourself to know that that's not going to work for you.
Yeah.
If I told you that if you saved a penny once a month, you'll be a millionaire. It's just going to take you a long time, isn't it?
A million months.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. It's the exact same. So be smart enough to go, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it properly. I have pride in myself to go, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to train hard. I'm going to eat right. And I'm not trying to teach people how to suck eggs at the end of the day, but people more or less know what's healthy and what's not.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to run 10 miles, but then you can go out and have a doner kebab. I'd probably stay away from those.
Yeah.
But we all know whether you like chicken or not, chicken, your veg, drink your water, have enough sleep, train hard. There's no secret that those are usually the things that work. There's no reason, we're not reinventing the wheel here. Like, all right, you have to tweak it for certain people, but no one's reinventing anything here. It's quite easy to...
Again, I think that you don't want to feel the effects of a crash diet on your wedding day.
Oh, Christ.
If it's done right, on your wedding, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to look $1 million.
Absolutely.
You're going to feel great. And if you do it the other way...
You're going to feel better than you've ever felt.
Yeah, you're going to feel horrible.
And looking good, they say nothing feels better than looking good.
Yeah.
I can tell you what does, being proud of how far you've come.
Yeah.
I've seen people lose weight and thinking they've done everything they can, and all of a sudden they've lost X amount of weight and they've gone, I never thought I could do that.
Yeah.
Watching them say that and believe that they can do it, not that I've done it, I've given them a blueprint. They've had to do the work.
Yeah.
They've done the work, and I make sure they know it. I'm not sitting here taking the credit going, I've done this for you and I've done that. You've done that.
Yeah.
You should be proud of yourself. Fantastic. And then they know, wow, I can do that. What else can I do?
Yeah.
It has more effects on their day-to-day life. And the same with the men as well. You look at men and go, oh, my posture's been awful. It's always been bad. Okay, let's see what we can do. And all of a sudden, they look back at them photos and go, wow, that worked. I'm really proud of that.
2 inches taller.
2 inches taller. All those inches count.
Yeah, we love that.
There we go.
So you've already given us some great tips and advice for couples to take on board, and anyone who's watching this as well. It doesn't need to just be for a wedding.
Yeah.
This podcast is for people who are already married as well, if they want some extra tips.
Yeah.
But what are your top 3 tips for lead up to a wedding, wedding day, post wedding, for couples to take off from this podcast?
I would say if you're looking to get in shape, be healthier in the lead up to your wedding, give yourself time.
Yeah.
Please give yourself time. If you have a gym membership and you're going to the gym or you're training or doing a sport and you think, oh, I'm in good shape and I can do it in 2 months, give yourself 3 or 4. Expect yourself to have a night out with the boys or the girls or a pizza or whatever and think you might feel guilty afterwards. Not that you should feel guilty, but you might. And think to yourself, right, if I'm going to do that, maybe I need a couple more days.
Yeah.
Give yourself more time. There's no such thing as enough time as well, because, for example, if I've got a client who's on a plan, I would go, right, you've got X amount of time. We might get to their goal quicker. Okay, absolutely great. But then all of a sudden they're going, well, I'm where I need to be.
Yeah.
But I've still got another 2 or 3 weeks. Cool. Well, I'm not going to leave you because we're there. We're going to keep going and we're going to keep going along. And if you might in a couple of days go, well, actually, I might want to not lose that amount. I might think I'll be better if I put on a bit. Okay, we'll work at that.
Yeah.
Or actually, I'm not quite content here. Maybe I want to put on lose maybe a little bit more. We go again. But I'm not just going to drop you and go, right, we got your goal. See you later. Take care.
See ya.
No.
Bad business motto if you do.
There's people who do it.
Yeah.
There's people who do it. There's trainers out there that I know that go, here's your 6-week plan, your 12-week plan. On the day, on the morning. Why are you messaging me? You've had your 6 weeks. Because they've had your money.
It's a good red flag for people to avoid.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean,
we've covered a couple of red flags in this.
Yeah, it's been a lot, yeah. I feel like I'm really red flagging it up. Well, It's because I don't like seeing people get mugged off when it comes to
Yeah.
their health and their fitness, unfortunately. And I think there's plenty of people out there that just do it for the money. They're not in it for the right reasons, and it sucks because when it comes to health and fitness, people are unsure where to start. So they see someone in good shape and they latch on, and someone would just go, well, there's a cheap bit of money in my pocket,
Yeah.
thanks very much. Because someone will pay X amount of money to get in shape. They're probably more inclined to pay a bit more because it's their big day.
Yeah.
And people will try and take advantage of that. My pricing doesn't change regardless of what your goal is. Your goal could be a wedding, your goal could be a holiday, your goal could be, I want to get fit and not get out of breath coming up and down the stairs. Okay,
Yeah.
same. It is what it is. But number 2,
Yeah.
enjoy the chaos. Like we said earlier, it's going to be the only time you want to do it. Enjoy it. Yeah, it might be stressful. Yes, you might have days where you want to not train. Okay, but what if you did go and use all that frustration in that workout?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be one of the best workouts because you're so frustrated with having a bad day or whatever. Go for it. Really put that effort into the gym and your training, and you'll come out going, I'm glad I didn't miss that training session.
Yeah.
Because again, the old saying is no one's ever regretted a workout, and that is so true. Yeah, you might regret being in the car in the cold, getting there, all right, it's busy, oh, there's so many people here, right, I need to. Once you've done it, you'll feel better.
Yeah.
Some workout is better than no workout at the end of the day. And 3 would be hire me. No, I'm joking.
It was a good tip though.
Yeah, it was good. I like that. Yeah.
There's a reason you're on the show.
There we go.
That's my tip to people.
Oh, okay. Number 3 just would be, if you can, lean on people around you. If you've got a bridal party and you're all really close and you all want to like get looking great in your photos, do it together.
Yeah.
Lean on each other. Let's make it a community. Make it fun. Make it enjoyable. No one wants to go to the gym. I mean, if you don't have anybody, that's okay. You can go to the gym on your own. There's no problem with that. But if you can, talk to someone. Have someone there with you. Consistency, patience, and yeah, just make sure that you're enjoying it. There's no point doing it if you're not going to enjoy it, and stick to it. That if you don't enjoy it, you're more inclined to just give up.
Yeah. But it may take a little bit of while to enjoy the process.
Of course, yeah. And like you said earlier, when you start seeing the results,
Yeah.
and the best thing about having a PT or a coach is that you start, when you get your PT or your coach, your motivation's high.
Yeah.
As that starts to dip, that's when the results happen. So that motivation then goes back up. My job is then to go, right, at some point this motivation is going to dip. What can I do at that point to get it back up?
Yeah.
Would be to show you progression photos, to show you weight changes, to show you all these kind of things, where we started and where we are now.
Yeah.
All these things to make you go, oh, I don't think I'm getting anywhere. I'll show you this. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. All of a sudden that motivation's coming back again. And then all of a sudden I'm going, right, we've done this part of our training now. I'm actually going to change the training.
Yeah.
Because I can tell things are getting a little bit stagnant and we're getting a little bit bored.
Easy.
Exactly. And they might go, oh, my arms are looking all right now. Cool. Well, maybe we can go heavier. Maybe we can incorporate a new exercise. Teach you a new exercise.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that weight is up here is now back down here because you're doing it in a different way. Motivation's high again because you're now learning a new exercise.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. They're great tips for couples to latch onto as well. So where can people find you to get you booked?
Cool. So
for
my Instagram is Liam Ellis _fit.
Yep.
So feel free to just drop me a message.
We'll make sure you're tagged in every post we put up.
Yeah. Feel free to just message me anytime you want. With all my clients, you'll get a training plan, calories. You'll get WhatsApp, so you can message me with any questions. Each week, you'll get a Google form that I ask you to fill out, and it's basically just a check-in. How's your week been? How's your training been? How's your sleep been? How's your nutrition been? How have you been? How are you feeling? Anything go good this week?
Yeah.
Anything go bad this week? Anything you want to talk about? It's all about you and your progression, but also I'm well aware that there's more to life than being in the gym.
Yeah.
And if your car's broken down, you've had to babysit someone, you haven't been able to go to the gym. Oh, really? How comes? What happened? Did you get your car sorted? I'm here to talk to. I'm not just here to give you a plan and have you fend for yourself.
See you next week.
Exactly. It's not about that. I want you to get to your goals, and once we are on the way, you're more inclined to stick to everything and enjoy it if you've got someone that actually cares.
Yeah.
So yeah, Liam Ellis _fit on Instagram. Feel free to send me a message.
Well, mate, it's been great having you on the show.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Thank you, mate.
Again, I think this is it's a bit left field having a PT on when there's so many other people in the industry to get on the podcast. But I think this is something that people could overlook and do wrong on the lead up to the wedding day.
Yeah.
And something that people may not have even thought about.
Definitely,
So
yeah.
if anyone out there is looking to get a PT and get wedding fit, I do advise giving Liam a message.
Thank you, mate.
And getting on board with a PT plan.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Before we
Go on.
is there anyone that you want to see on the podcast in the future?
Yeah, you mentioned left field. I'm going to keep it kind of maybe in my industry, but it's something that I've tried my best to keep on top of. You can train, you can go to the gym or sport, whatever. You should be looking after your body as much as possible as well. So there is the Thrive massage guys. Theo, I would suggest getting on. He's a fantastic massage therapist. I've been to see him for...
Been to him myself.
Been to him yourself, there you go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fix my back right up.
Pain, but
Yeah.
in a good way.
Don't be put off by the first
Yeah,
session.
don't be put off. If you're in a lot of pain, it's normal.
That first session, I thought I was paralysed after. I got off the table. I thought I was going to have to ask him to put my pants on for me.
Yeah, you did voice
It
note
would
me
have
telling me
been a
that.
weird
Yeah.
first meet, but
Yeah,
feeling better than ever. It got me through the rest of the wedding season.
there we go. So I try and go to him as much as I can. Probably not as much as I should. But if you are aches and pains, any issues, go see him. He's amazing.
Yeah, I'll shoot Theo a message and we'll get him on the show.
Sounds good to me.
Sometime soon. But mate,
Cool.
great having you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to go and have a beer now.
Let's do it.